Hello there, I shared a nail polish routine video in December 2019 and it had such a huge response. Within 2 months it's shot straight into my top 10 videos of all time, so I'm so glad so many of you are fans of an at-home mani too. I have many more polish videos planned this year, but I thought I'd start by sharing some of my most worn shades. A lot of these are polishes you will have seen me wearing in my videos before. They're really the colours I've reached for most in the last couple of years. Certainly a clear colour theme here, some soft pastel pinks, easy nudes, then some bolder reds, moving from fiery and bright to vampy and dark. Always nice when people compliment my nail polish colour in the comments, but if you want to know what I'm wearing, it's always written in the description box below. In any given video, you'll find the exact shade there. This one is CCT by Olive & June from their brand new spring collection. 6 stunning pastel shades, so let me know if you'd be interested in more swatching videos like this one. A lot of these polishes are Essie's Gel Couture formula. Their regular bottle is more square and these have the twisted shape, but they're still a regular polish, not a gel, they're just very long lasting. I got onto these through my friend Katie and her channel What Kate Finds. She's a real polish pro, and she also got me onto Olive & June last year and I fell in love with their formula, shade range and tools. You can take a look around my trusty toolkit in my nail polish routine video linked below if you want to see all of the steps I go through and my tips for making your mani last longer. But this time I'll just get straight into painting on each shade. My most worn polish of all time really is Essie Gel Couture in Fairy Tailor. I'm onto my 3rd bottle and that's never happened before with any other shade. I've been a fan of Essie for a long time and loved their shade Ballet Slippers back in the day, but since moving on to more of their Gel Couture shades, this is a perfect ballerina pink. It's so simple, but that sheer pink just makes my nails look elegant and poised. By the way, after painting each shade in this video, I'll be tidying my nails up for the final shot with the Olive & June cleanup brush. It's been the biggest game changer in my at-home mani routine and you can see more of it in action in my nail routine video. I even used Fairy Tailor to paint a family member's nails when she got married last weekend. It looked beautiful. I'll share more about that and the colours I painted on the rest of the bridal party in future. For a more bright baby pink, Olive & June GH is a perfect fit. I've often been wearing this colour in my recent Glossier videos and so many of you had asked about it because it's such a good match for their millennial pink packaging. This shade is a solid pale pink which looks nice with 2 coats, but I sometimes like to do 3 light coats to get it completely even. I have quite fair skin so it looks quite pale on me, but I'd be interested to hear if this shade looks different on any of you. Skin tone can always play a part in how a colour comes across. A more peachy shade I've worn religiously this summer in Australia is Essie Gel Couture in Spool Me Over. This is just a perfect peach. A little bit pink, a little bit orange, a little bit of apricot to it. It's just a lovely fresh shade and something a bit more fun and playful than a classic pink. This looks opaque in 2 coats, but again I usually do 3 light coats to make the colour even more solid. It's quite similar to Olive & June's shade BI, which you'll see in a comparison video at some stage. I'm planning to run through different colour families in future. Next, the nudes. On my skin tone, I'm half English and that side definitely wins, a fair nude with slightly pink undertones works well. A nude is probably the hardest polish to pick. Finding one that suits you really depends on your skin tone and undertones, so it can take a while to find the one. My number 1 last year was Essie Gel Couture in Of Corset. This is a sheer beige nude from their Sheer Silhouettes collection. The nice thing about sheers is that you can really stop whenever you want. If you just want your nails to look shiny but barely tinted, just do 1 layer and a top coat. Intensify it a little bit with 2 coats, or 3 coats like this helps the shade stand out. One of my most loved polish shades last year was Olive & June's HZ. This popped up in my 2019 skincare favourites with a few other nail bits and pieces. This is such a beautiful dusty rose shade. It's an opaque shade, not a sheer, and it looks nice and solid after 2 coats. They have another more beige nude, but the pink tone in this just makes it slightly more rosy and feminine. It's stronger than a sheer nude and I instantly feel put together whenever I paint this on. Get ready! Here comes some more punchy red shades. Essie Gel Couture in Rock the Runway has been one of my go-to bright reds. It's slightly more warm toned, so it's a bit more fiery and bright than the deeper, cooler shades you'll meet next. This is so pigmented that 1 coat looks pretty good, but I'd always suggest doing 2. 1 coat's almost guaranteed to chip. Always let that first coat dry for a few minutes. Drying time in between coats is key for wear time in the long run. Then fire up that colour even more with a 2nd coat. By contrast, Essie Forever Yummy is really a classic red to me. A deeper, blue-toned shade, sort of like a blood red or crimson. If I could only pick 1 red in my entire collection, this might be it. And that's a big call because I love red polish. I went through a stage a few years ago where I only wore red for months on end after hearing Olivia Palermo say it goes with everything, and it kinda does. I just love this one. This is in Essie's regular formula, but the brush shape still works well to cover the whole nail in a couple of strokes. Moving on to the darks with Essie Gel Couture in Bubble Bubbles Only. This was the shade I painted on in my nail tutorial video. I wore it a lot last year. This is a great colour to transition from the red to the dark category because it's really just a very, very deep red. Such a rich shade. Something I wear all year round, but it definitely feels particularly autumnal and a great fit for fall. Certainly deeper than Forever Yummy because there's a touch of burgundy to this. Last but not least, Olive & June's shade SC. This is their deepest red that's a touch darker than Bubbles Only. This one has a slightly more berry look to it, and the Olive & June team call it a deep Bordeaux. It could almost look like a dark red from a distance, but it's definitely got more of a berry feel to it. SC and HZ were both part of the brand's fall collection last year, inspired by female founders, and this one is certainly a statement power shade. There you go, 9 of my most worn polishes from the past couple of years. That was Essie Gel Couture Fairy Tailor, Olive & June GH, Essie Gel Couture Spool Me Over, Essie Gel Couture of Corset, Olive & June HZ, Essie Gel Couture Rock the Runway, Essie Forever Yummy, Essie Gel Couture Bubbles Only, and Olive & June SC. I'll be sharing some of my all-time favourites in future. Did you spot any matching polishes here? I'd love to hear which shades you reach for most often. Are you into similar sorts of colours or something completely different? Please let me know the nail polish content you'd be interested to see here in future too. Thanks for watching, see you next time.